Hi kids. Okay, so today I'm going to do a little fall drawing. It's going to be a squirrel and a bunny. And then I have a fun thing to add where I'm going to do rubbings of little leaves to kind of nest them in leaves. This is of course totally optional. I went out and I picked some leaves on the smaller side and then I tapped them dry. You really don't want to get your paper wet. And if you are going to do this step, I would wait and go get your leaves till after you're done your drawing so that they don't dry out while you're doing your drawing. And then I have crayons with the paper removed so that that's going to make the rubbing a whole lot easier. Okay, now I also have eraser, pencils. I'm going to be drawing with the side of the pencil a lot, and some Sharpies that at this point just may or may not work because all my Sharpies are drying out. Okay, so to start, I'm going to try to place both my squirrel and my bunny so that I know that they both fit. My squirrel is going to go here, and my bunny is going to go here. And my squirrel is going to have like a body like this, head, let's say feet, and then the tail. All right, so if I keep it to about that size, I know that it will fit. And my bunny is going to have a body about like this. The feet will be kind of tucked in a little bit. The head will be up here. And then ears. All right, so if I have them this size and on this part of the paper, then I won't end up accidentally putting the tail off the edge of the paper. So let's start with the squirrel. So the squirrel is going to have a head kind of peeking down this way, and it's got little, cute little ears here and here. And then it has a very curved back, like this. It's going to have nose here. It's going to have two cute little hands here, leg here, foot here, foot here. And then the tail actually comes from here. It's going to be bushy and fluffy all the way up through here. All right, so let's start putting in lines that make a little bit more sense. I'm going to bring the head down. Squirrels have a nose, which is like kind of weird to draw on an animal, but they do. And then they have a little lip. And then the chin. Kind of tucks right into the body, and then you can really just connect the arm right here because the arms are like wide where they meet up with the body. And then they have these really cute little like hands, little like claw hands. I'll give one there, and then there's going to be another one back here that'll kind of overlap it a little bit. You can see those lines better when I put them in Sharpie. Let's do an ear. So the ear facing you, that part is going to be open. Kind of like almost a teardrop shape that doesn't close at the bottom. And then connect that piece, the head, and then the other ear. Here's the body. The back has that sort of big round arc. And then don't close this off because the tail connects down here. Now let's do the back leg. Bring this down. And sort of give it a claw foot here also. Maybe like a cute little belly. And then you do see a little bit of the other leg, other foot. I will fix that up later with the Sharpie. Now come right from here, and you can make this sort of a fluffy line, like this, and this, like a big fluffy tail. And if you want, you can have this opening here. Now the eye is, you know, I think I want this head to be more like that, a little bit less neck. There, that looks better to me. And then I'm going to open that up a little bit more. And then the eye is sort of like a lemon shape. Like if you draw a lemon on an angle, and then you can put the rounded part of the eye inside. Okay, let's go over the lines we want to keep in Sharpie. You can get that kind of like a broken line so it looks a little fuzzy. And then over here to their cute little claw. Little fuzzy arm. Other little claw. And then that can connect under here. Cute little belly. Little back foot. This is my last chance to make changes, so if there's something I want to change, and you can see that I am making a little bit of adjustment when I put in something like the feet, I can make other choices. And then up here, I'm going to keep that zigzaggy line. Okay, let's erase. And let's connect that. Okay. Kind of cute. Squirrels in real life are cuter than my squirrel, but I'll take it. All right, so now let's focus on the bunny rabbit. I am going to give it a kind of very soft triangle head. It doesn't have a triangle head, but its shape is like this, and it's nested down into the body, and then it goes, it's the top of the head, right? It goes up into each ear. So we'll have an ear here, and then an ear here, there. That size, it's better. Now it has another little area in the nose, you can give a circle here. It's not a circular nose. It's just that this part of its face is a little bit protruding, and you can add a little texture line down here, and then it'll have an eye here and here. And we'll add those in. And then you can put its body like up a little bit, like maybe it's not really down this low. It might be more like here. Give it a little fluff. There. And then it can have its feet tucked in. Now, if your bunny is like standing up, then you might see a lot more leg than this. But if your bunny is like squatting down, like nesting, then it might be sort of flat like that. Depends. My bunny doesn't look very happy, but maybe I can fix that. Okay, so let's put in the ears. Use a fuzzy line for some of it. And then let's make a better decision about the eye. I'll put an eye here and an eye here. Now we're facing the bunny, so we don't see a sideways eye. This is a sideways eye, but for bunny, we're doing a forward facing eye. And then nose. And then this can have like a fuzzy line right here and here. And of course they have whiskers. And then for these, you can handle it sort of like just by putting lines here for a paw, like the look of a paw. These little bunny feet. And back leg tucks in. And then you have your bunny. Now I know the bunnies have a tail, but from this angle you wouldn't see much, if any. So you can put like a little idea of a tail here if you really want one, but I might leave it out just because it might look really unrealistic. Okay, let's go over the lines I want to keep in Sharpie. Now notice I put in a little area in the eye that I'm not going to color in. So it has a little light reflecting. Also, don't feel the need to connect every single line to every single other line. There are no lines in nature, and the bunny is no different. It doesn't have an outline. We just use these lines to help us draw it, but what you would really see would just be changes in the color or the value or the texture of the bunny. Like, you would not actually see a line at all. Okay, and let's erase. Okay, now, so for your coloring and for your background, I was thinking these two, like, friends, and they don't really look like friends yet, but maybe in your drawing they're doing better than that. And I would nest them in like some fall leaves. So my thinking was to use the collected leaves as rubbings and kind of put them all over down here at the bottom so I could work them into the colors. So if you watched my other tutorials on doing leaf rubbing, you are really good at this by now, but as a reminder, you are taking the leaf, and I got small leaves so they'd be kind of proportional to the two little critters on my paper. And this is the side that would face up, the side that would face the sun. You want to flip it upside down and put it under your paper like that. Place it where you want it, right? And then you're going to use, so let's get out some colors that I want. And one of these is black, I think. It's purple. Maybe that was the black. Oh, it is. Okay. So just so it shows up really well, you choose a nice dark color. So I'm going to do a rubbing of the leaf. And then if you want it to be additional colors, I would do those colors while the leaf is still there, because like once you move the leaf, it's hard to place it in the same spot again. So now I have it in a different spot. I can do different colors. And let's do some with this one. I wish I had a good red, but to be honest, I don't. I need a better red crayon. And then I'm just going to kind of build up their leaf bottom, and maybe do, you know, whatever background I want behind them. And of course, I'll color them in also. So I'll show you my finished piece, and I hope this is fun for you and enjoy. Okay, take care.